So welcome everyone. Welcome back for this week. And I can see many of the first group managed to complete the certificate or the badge from IBM, which good news really that you managed to complete the requirement. And this is great. Now, today we are expecting few new people will join us. I saw in the registration, there is a really good number, not few, who are new, who will join us for the first time. So what we're going to do, we'll go and do a revision of everything. We start from the beginning, so the new people will get the knowledge they need. And for the people who keep coming every day, who missing something or don't understand any of those components, they will be able to understand it. I will get the AHA slide link, Muhammad, to you, but I'm thinking of, do we need the AHA slide today? That's the question. Yeah, here is the slide, and we will just modify the link for today. Go to the setting, go to the sharing, and the link is get you the link in a minute. Just want to. I am in Dubai campus today, which is really nice, but the AC, they just started the AC, so it's a little bit hot. Go back. Stick this one. Excellent. Good. I'm really happy to see good number is here. Now the AHA slide we'll use it later, not now. I'll just add the link here. Wait for one more minute. Today we have to finish exactly by 5, or not really exactly. We need to finish a little bit before 5 because you have another workshops is going on for our education, College of Education. There's a certificate for teachers. They are or educators. So we'll try to finish a little bit early. Okay, so I think we're ready to start. Thank you everyone for coming. Hope you had a great weekend and you benefited from previous sessions. If this is your first time you coming here, I will take you through a few things. I'm expecting some of you are really new, just joined us only today. We in fact completed the whole course. So we'll do another now review on that course and we'll get a little bit more than what we did in the first round. So I'll share screen. Now, for you to know where you can find the recording, and this is always a question I get from new people who join, and I can see the question already been raised. Then what you need to do, you need to go to community.edu.ac.ie, which now will appear in the chat. This is the link you need to go to. If you received an email from us saying this is your account, then you have an account, but you didn't receive an account, you can create your account. So to create your account, you need again to go to the same link. Let me log out so you can see how that will work. When you use that address I gave you, this one will take you to a page that looks like this. Of course, if you don't have a username and password, then you will not be able to log in. And the solution is you click on create a new account. When you create a new account, you just fill your details and then you create the account. You will get an email to your email where you need to go and activate your account. So you need to do that. Once you activate your account and you log in, you come back here and log in. Then you get to this, the main page. And from the main page, you will go to the course. So this is the main page. And the number of things here, you go a little bit down, you'll find here, Python for data science. You click on this Python for data science, will take you to the course. If this is your first time, it will ask you to enroll. There is one button that you need to click on it. You click on that button, then you are enrolled and you get into the course. You'll find all the information you need here. This is the recording of the first one, second one, all the 5 modules. The recording is here, except this one, I did not upload it. Sorry for that. I will upload it now. So let me link it now while you are here. I thought I did. And let me go back and see our last video. It should be, I'm just going to link it while you create your account. This should be module 5. Oh, the name is wrong. Rename it. Click here. Edit. Give me a second. I will just link the new video. 5. This is the link. Save it. Come back here. I'm just linking the video for you now. And then edit. Link video size 560315. Insert. Done. So the video, the last video is added. So I'm back to sharing screen. And you will see what I see. Okay. So I hope you created your account. If you created your account, you'll be able to do that. The other place where you can go and find all our videos in case this is where we can find it. I'll put this one in the chat. This is our channel for our community engagement. And there you will find not only the videos of this recording, but you will find also the videos of so many other sessions that run by other faculty members and other staff in Abu Dhabi University, which is very, very useful. This one is done. Then could go back here. Okay, the other important thing you need to have is you need to have an IBM account. So if you want to get your certificate, you should have an IBM account. And to get an IBM account from IBM, so you need to go to cognitive classes. Again, I'll copy this one now in the chat for the new people who are joining us only today. It is in the chat. So after you finished with your account there, you need now to come to IBM cognitive class.ai, and then you register. You need to click on register. By the way, tomorrow we have IBM coming to us. They will explain to us more than just this. They will tell you what are the things you can access and what sort of courses you can do, and the plan that we're working on it for the coming months. We have a very extensive one to happen during summer. We'll run many of those classes and workshops for you. So they will be talking about that tomorrow, inshallah. So don't miss tomorrow session. You come here, you fill the details. If this is your first time, of course, you click on agree. You create the account. Again, you'll get an email to activate it, and you activate your account. Once you do that, you need to come and log in. Yeah, you can log in using that account which been created for you. For me, I will go with my IBM ID and see if that's my ID. So you log in. And once you are in the IBM cognitive class, sorry, there's something going wrong here, but go with this one. Now I am there. Need to remember that password, I keep changing it. Okay, you are here now. When you get here, you click on classes. Once you are in classes, you will have all those classes here. Today we're doing this one, Python for data science. Yeah, and as you can see, this is introducing you to Python and data science. You get there, you get a message here, logging to enroll. Yeah, so you click on that one. Once you click, then you are in this. So this registration process should be easy for you to do, and you should be able to register and have no issue with that one. And this is the course here. Now, if you can access the same thing from our ADU account, if you come here to our community portal, the same material are linked here. It's exactly the same. But to be able to do the review questions and do the final exam, you must have this account. Also to do the labs as well. You need to have this account here. So it's important that you create your IBM account, because your badge will be there. So the badge you will get will be from there, and that's what you need to do that, which is important. Okay, so let me see if you have any questions. Are there any other workshop we can sign in with you? Yes, there are many will come, or tomorrow IBM will come and explain it, and we'll also be working on announcing the details of it. Module 5 video are missing. I think module 4 is there. I'll double check again. Should the email address be the community, or as community be as IBM? Now it's better you use, if you are Abu Dhabi University student, use your email of Abu Dhabi University. That will give you more. If you are a student in a school, you can use your school email. It's better. If you are in a company, working for a company, use your company email. It's something that you use always for yourself. If you want to use Gmail, this is still acceptable. That should be fine. But better to have a better email than those open emails which people have. Okay. Nadia, when is the last date to appear for the final exam? You can do the final exam anytime you want. And let me explain this for the new people now. This course has two main requirements. Requirement number one is you complete the review questions. When you go through this, you will find at the end of each module, there are review questions. You need to complete them. There are also review questions with the videos, like this video, your first program, yeah, which I'm sure. This one has one question there you need to review, so, or two questions. So you go and do that one. So the review questions, which inside the module, it will be with every video, almost, with every video, almost, there is one or two questions there. And at the end of the module, there are questions between 4 to 5. You do those questions as well. This will give you 50% of the marks that you need to get the Microsoft badges. And this is everywhere. You will find there are review questions at the end, review questions at the end, review questions at the end. Yeah. So if you practice, you do the labs, these are required to get the certificate. The last thing you need to do, or the second thing you need to do after finishing all the review questions and doing well, and then you need to do the final exam. Now, the review questions has no time limit. Means if you display a question on the screen, you can think about it forever before answering it. But once you answer it, it's gone. If it is true or false. If it is multiple choice, you will be giving another try to try the same questions. So you have 2 attempts for multiple choice, 1 attempt for true and false. And no time for finishing it. You can take a long time. But once you submit, it's gone. That's one thing. The final exam has a limit of 1 hour. So you have to finish it within 1 hour. There are 25 questions in that final exam. If you do well in the review question and you do the labs and you understand those things we're explaining, should be easy, and practice it, then the final exam will be a piece of cake. You will do it and you will get it. When you can do it, you can do it as much you want. You can do it today, you can do it after a month or after 1 year. My advice, do it straight after you finish the course. Because these things, if you leave it for some time, you will forget it. It will not go away completely from your memory, but it will require a revision and practice to bring it back to you. So it's better when you finish the course, you do the review questions, you practice the lab, you just go and do it. You will finish it and you'll get it. So that's it. So when you do it, it's up to you. You decide. You do it when you are ready. That's a question I answered. Will you soon be holding advanced Python? We're looking at the plan. We will have one, but not really soon because there's so many things happening, but we will have it within the coming few months. If I didn't do the labs for module 1 yet, should I look at the module 1 or stay in the class? No, it's fine. Even if you didn't do module 1, we will go and review it. It's simple. Module 1 is very simple one. So we should all the Python for data science and IBM finish today. Yeah. If you already attended the first week, you should be ready today to finish it. If you want. If you think you need more time, this week we'll give you the more time. We'll review it and practice it again and again, so the new people will learn and you will also get then the thing you're missing. Is there any debugging process in Python? Of course, any programming language has a debugging process that you can go through. But as you can see, Python simplifies things that takes you long code in other language, you do it in 1 or 2 lines. So the debugging is small, but you need to make sure you have the right data type, you're using the same correct logic, and because debugging is 2 sides of it, is the syntax one and the semantic one. Syntax is how you write the code, and maybe you make a mistake or you make a semicolon. The semantic is the meaning behind it. So if you calculate 20 plus 5 and you say 20 minus 5, this is a semantic one. The program will not find it, so you need to do that. So that's a more testing. I use black test, white test, and there's so many other methods as well. Anyway, please could you share the recording session URL? I have already made ACC. Yeah, very good. The recording, I already said you need to go to our community portal. You register on the community portal. From the registration, you log in, then you come and join the course. There's a link there. If once you log in, you will find somewhere here, Python. You go there, you will find the whole course, the announcement, informations, the video, which we have here, and all the recording we did for last week is here, including number 5. So that's where you go. Again, I put in the chat our YouTube channel. We have a YouTube channel, which I put it in the chat. Patrick will be posting it again. That YouTube channel will give you all the recording that we have done in this course and other courses as well. But if you go to the community portal, you will be able to get certificate when you complete the work. Can you let me speak? Yes, Sama. I will let you speak, Sama. Why not? Is your hand up? Yes, your hand is up. So you can speak now, Sama. Go ahead, Sama. Unmute your microphone.
Hi, Doctor. How are you?
Assalamu alaikum. I'm very good. Alhamdulillah. Everything is great. Tell me.
Alhamdulillah. Doctor, I finished all the lab and all the exercise in the IBM account. And when I go to the final exam, he didn't allow me to do it. I don't know why.
Why? You should be able to do it.
He gave me this message. There is a problem starting your exam. Possible reason are that your account has not been fully activated. I activated it already connected to my ADU account. I already received the activated mail, and I activate the mail, but he didn't allow me to do the final exam.
Did you try another browser?
Yeah, I try Internet Explorer and also Chrome.
That's strange.
So I had to do with another account?
Yeah, you can do with other account. That may be an easier way to solve this problem. Register another account and do it.
Okay. Also, Doctor, I have another question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Regarding for the account, I have to use the same account with the community portal. So to connect the certificate I get from the university?
No, you don't need to use. You can use a different account for the community portal.
Okay.
Always good to have the same, but if you use a different account, it's still okay.
Oh, okay, Doctor. Thank you so much.
Pleasure. Okay. Muhammad Mansour. Muhammad, I gave you the allowed to speak. Yeah, I did. Now you can speak.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam wa rahmatullah, Muhammad.
Doctor, for this, our colleague exactly for the exam, which is she is unable to run the exam, and you advise for another account. Yeah. Now, what if she did in another account the exam? What about the review question in the existing account?
Yeah, she needs to do the review questions and the exam in the other account.
She need to do all.
Yeah, there's no other way. Maybe if she I think there is an issue with the activation. When she clicked on the activation, maybe it didn't happen. Maybe it goes back again to the activation. Try that Sama again. Maybe that will work. If it doesn't work, another account, you need to do the review questions. You already know those review questions because you have done them in the first one. And then you do the final. Yes. Thank you, Muhammad, for clarifying that. That's important. Thank you for that.
Thank you. Thank you.
Shuaib. Nabiullah Shuaib. Shuaib, go ahead.
Assalamu alaikum, Dr.
Salam
Hamad.
Yeah, hello, sir.
Thank you for honoring me with the Prophet's name. Sir, I have already registered in IBM and the Cognitive, both of them. And as you have asked me, I have visited cognitiveclass.ie courses, and I'm wondering where I can find the recorded materials.
Yeah, the recorded material are not into the cognitive class. It's in our community portal, which
when I'm visiting community.edu and this URL, it says that I have to activate. I have already activated.
Okay.
And right now I'm inside community.edu.ac.
Yeah.
And it says login. Okay, I'm clicking on login.
Yeah.
Okay, now it says you need to confirm your account. An email should have been sent to my email address, whichever I have registered.
Yeah.
But there are no any new email came from.
Are you sure you entered the right email? Sometimes you
yeah, of course. One time I already activated.
Okay.
I have already activated one time. Email came.
Sure. But send me an email with your email. Then I'll look at it. I will activate your account from the back end.
Okay. So, can you give me the email address? Where can I send? Or I can type here. It's okay.
It's no. It's up to you. You want to write it here?
Yeah. Okay.
You can put it in the chat. Then I'll look at it and activate it for you.
There you
go. Where did you put it?
In the question and answer.
Question and answer.
Oh, sorry. Do you want me to put in?
No worries. Question and answer are still the same.
Okay. shaibtanur@gmail.com.
Yeah. Okay. Just keep it here. I'll do it later. Yeah, when we finish.
No problem. Doctor. Anytime. Okay. Thank you, doctor.
Yeah, the same thing. Anyone having a problem with activating their account, please let me know. Then we will see. This is if it's related to the community portal. If it's related to IBM, it will be a different story. We can look at that one as well. We can speak to IBM to help you with this. Okay, good. We're done with that. Then Surah.
Yes, doctor. I'm facing a problem with accessing my labs. I only accessed one lab and the other labs are not able to open. They're not opening.
Yeah, I think the second lab, there is a problem in the second lab.
Also the third and fourth.
Yeah, okay. The third and fourth, there should be no issue with that with that one. But again, I need to. Okay, I can maybe. Do you want to share screen? I can allow you to share screen and show me what your issue with that. Do you want to do that now or you want to do it later?
Can I do it later? Because it's not ready yet.
Okay. So later, I'll send me a message and maybe you can find other time and we can.
On Teams, doctor?
Yeah, that's fine. On Teams will be good. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, there are so many questions and okay. So now where we are now, we said again, this is the steps. One, you need your cognitive class account. Now, the next thing you need is to get access to the labs. I'll show you how to get access to the labs. Now, the labs you need to do, it will be in the end in every module. Like this module here, module 1, you will find somewhere is saying lab, yeah? If you click on it, it will take you to the lab. There is a lab about the string as well. So these are the labs that we need to do. If you click on it, it takes you to the lab, and then it explains to you what you need to do with this lab. Then you click Start Lab. Now, people who keep coming every day, they know this already. Now, this time we'll have a different way of taking you through this course, because we have a mix of people who did the course, people who are new to the course. You'll find you a more, maybe better way to do it, hopefully. We'll see. Now, this takes some time. Now, if you are someone who cannot wait, you want to run your own version, you can download something called Anaconda. Yeah, Anaconda. Anaconda is, if IBM labs are challenging for you in terms of running them, you can go and get Anaconda. So this Anaconda, it's similar, Juniper notebook and all the details you need. So the address is Anaconda. This will run everything on your computer. Now I'll do it this time using Anaconda, so I can show you how I can run this Anaconda on here. By the way, Anaconda is type of snake. I'm sure you know Python is all snakes everywhere because it's sneaky. It finds a different way to do things that are difficult to do somewhere else. You do it. Now, when you go to Anaconda and you click on Get Started, you will get this page. You'll have so many different types, or you can download. I will download this one. Click here, download Anaconda. And you have Windows, you have Linux, all of it. Yeah. So if I go with Windows, and I already have Anaconda on my computer, but just to show you the steps I'm going to do, I go with Mac, sorry, I run Mac. So click here. Now it will download this Anaconda for me. It's free, don't go for buying anything because you're not using it for business. You're not going to create some the business. So it's downloading it for me here. This one, the IBM, this one I'm going to show you is the Anaconda. If you want the freedom to run everything on your computer. And today we'll go for that freedom of running things on our computer. So we'll click here on Anaconda. Now it might look different in Windows from Mac, so I will allow it. Continue, allow, yeah. Continue, agree. Yeah, I'm going to install it here. Here, continue, install my password. Is this the... You just install it. It takes time to install. Yeah, once it's installed, then you should be ready to start Anaconda. Now, for people in Mac, like myself, they will have Anaconda appearing on their Finder applications. Then you'll find Anaconda. This is Anaconda. So double click on it. This running on my computer. The benefit of it is fast to do. So this is coming there, and there's so many of it. I want to run Juniper. So I click on Launch Juniper. Now it will start Juniper Notebook. So I am here. This is my computer folder. I have application, document, whatever. So I can maybe create a new folder and add things, or maybe I go into documents, and here I will add a new, I will create a folder. Okay, we'll call it, the folder is created. Here's the folder. I click on it. I will rename it. I call it Python Python for data science. So you can do the labs here initially doing it on IBM if you prefer to do things this way. So here is my Python for data science folder. And inside the folder now, I can create a new Python. So I have those two things. I'll go with Python 3.9 because I think you will not have this because you installed maybe, you'll get only 3. For me, because I installed 3.9 some time ago, so I'll get that one there. So let's go with any of it. I'll go with 3.9. Now, once you get there, you get this screen. So here, this is our notebook. A notebook is a collection of cells that you can have. And these cells now you can play with it. You can have, I will say here now, I'll do a mark down. I'll say module 1 Python basics. Yeah. See, if I do this one, I can click on run or I do shift enter. Now shift enter made this one. So this is something there. So this is like a title for me. You're facing big problems here. Is the final exam in multiple choice? Yes, for the email activation. They sent us the activation email on our associate email. Yes, yeah, the activation of a cognitive class will be on the email you register in cognitive class. The activation email of community portal will come on the email used to register on the community portal. I think, Sohaib, I already gave you a chance to speak. Yeah, I can see that. If you want to speak again, I'll give you that. Is it necessary to attend this daily Zoom? You judge that one. If you find the benefit, you attend. If you define, otherwise, no. I think it will help you, in my opinion. I have logged in from starting, but if you already know the subject, you're ready to go to the test and the practice on your own, then go ahead and do it. But if you attend ours, we will make it easier for you and we will get it, hopefully become more clear. Does the IBM badge has an ID credential? Yes, it has. It has an ID credential and people can verify it as well. Omar, I saw your message to me as well. I think that's it. Tomorrow, IBM coming. Let's get that question to IBM. Is Python program support GUI? Yes, but that other libraries and tools you need to add to it. You can create a GUI, you can create a desktop application, you can create web applications. You can do all this, but it's the strength of Python is in that, not in that areas, I have to say. We can use, yes, you can use by charm. Yes, you can. You can use so many different ways you can use to do that. But the Juniper notebook is the best for data analytics because it divided the process of data science or data analytics into steps. And each step can run on its own. You run it once, and then you do not need to run it again. And then you can run other cells that use data from the previous cell. So that will reduce on your, we noticed last time, there's a data from US open data around 2 gig of data. If we run one cell that read the data, that cell, we don't need to run it again while that notebook is open. And then we can focus on analyzing it. And this will reduce the work on it. The other programming that follow a sequence, when you run a code, you need to run the whole code. These programs will take too much time to debug and run things, because every time you run it, you need to read the data. Maybe it will take 10 minutes to read that huge data. And then why every time I want to run it, I go for 10 minutes. And that's the idea. This is why the notebook is better. It's for that one, to speed up the process. We should do all the things in a model 1 or only the lab. You can do everything, all the labs, you can do it in model 1 if you want. You don't need to open the other labs. You can do all the labs on module 1. Yes, you can. But the labs written in the module, sometimes they give you some steps to help you do things. So that if you look at them, they will help you. But if you open just module 1, and there you can put all your labs. You noticed when I open mine, where is that? This is the web, this is my local one, yeah? This is my local, yeah, here is the IBM one, yeah? This is the IBM. In the IBM, in this one, I can do all of it. See, I create folders, I can do all the labs. All the labs are can be done from one lab. From one lab, you can do all the labs. And that's the idea behind it. Now, I did answer this one. No, doctor, you already have answered. Oh, thank you very much. Okay, how many? There are only 5 questions. There are too many steps for registration. Yes, I'm sorry for that. There's so many steps for registration in Watson Studio, and that's too much. But that's how IBM structure things to do. You do it once, then you are fine. How to apply for ADU certificate? Yeah, ADU certificate, you will get it if you are attending and you complete the macro, the IBM, maybe sometime I say Microsoft because I was looking at something else. But anyway, IBM badges, if you finish the IBM badges, then you do that. I added a post or something on that course, which asking you to tell me who are the people. If you go to our community portal, you'll find this one. I have completed. If you completed, go there and say yes. Then I will look at it, then you will get the certificate later. So this one is important. And I can see there are already, how many do you see them? 61 who already done this one. So you can do that as well. Okay, so I'm answering so many questions, but I'm not getting you into coding. Let's go to the coding. All these questions we answered before. So now the 2 steps, yeah? One is if you want to use the IBM, you use IBM. Today I'll be using the local one. Now there's a 3rd way if you want to download Microsoft Visual Studio, Visual Code. This one also you can program in Python the same way you do that. So it allows you to do Python coding, programming, everything. There's so many tools around you can use, but let's use this one. So let's start now and do a quick revision that gives you an idea about what is this Python and how we can use Python and the basics, like things that we need to do, okay? First basic is Python is, as you can see, it should be easy to read the code in Python. Now, the first command, let's look at it, is like print. Yeah, print can just print for me whatever I want to do. Yeah. How are you? Now, this is just print. Yeah. This print, I can maybe repeat it 10 times. I can use a for loop. For I in range 10. Okay, range 10. Then colon. Yeah. Then I have to push this one this way. This is the difference between C language, for example, or Java or JavaScript or PHP or those other languages. Python does not have these braces. They don't use this one. If I'm writing this one in In C, for example, I could have written this differently. I could have said for int I equal 0 while I less than 10, I plus plus, okay, and then I have curly brace here, and here I can say system out print a line if it's Java. So here will be the printing side. In Python, there is no curly braces there, but there is a colon there. But must use the right indentation. Right indentation means if something belongs to the previous one, it should be moved to the right little bit. So if I do this now, this for loop will print for me 10 times that. But if I do this, I'll get an error saying what here? This print is confusing the code. But let me do this one. Add another print here. Let's do this like this, okay? That's the print 10 times. Now, if I do another print here, print thank you, and run this one. See, thank you came only once, yeah? Thank you came only once. Print how are you came 10 times because print how are you is part of the loop because it moved to the right. So it's part of the loop. And this is why it was printed 10 times. But thank you is not really part of the loop because it's at the same level as the loop. So consider will be printed only once. But if I change this print and make it the same indentation, then thank you will come 10 times because now it's part of the loop. You see how it is? Now, if I assume I have another for loop, now let me confuse you. For j in range of 5, yeah, another column, yeah, and push this one now, push it a little bit. Now, what I have here, let's run it and see what will come first. This one, first time it's printed, how are you, once. Then find another loop inside to print thank you 5 times. So it printed thank you 5 times. Then went back to the loop, printed this one. Yeah, so it came, how are you? Then find the 5 loop there and printed thank you 5 times. So this loop is inside the other loop. Yeah, so it will be printed 5 times every time it does one of the big outer loop. So these are 2 loops inside each others. Yeah, but if I move this one like this and this one like this and run it now, what you see? Printed the first one 10 times, finished with that one. So this is 10 times printed, finished. Then started the other one and printed it 10 times again. Yeah, 5 times, sorry, yeah? Because these 2 loops are not really inside each other. They are one after the other. So you go in the first loop 10 times, then you leave that loop, you come and go to the other loop 5 times. But when I did this one like this, now I have this loop is inside the first loop. So every time the first loop run, this loop will run inside it. Yeah, and this is how things will go. Yeah, now I can make this more interesting by making this is I instead of J. So the first of this one first time will be done only once, second time it will be done twice, and so on. Okay, so now we understand the indentation is important in Python. So mean you push the code to the right with some space. Now, when you write the code, you need to sometimes add some comments. What that comments means you document your code for other programmers or other team members who are working with you to understand what that code means. And here we have this hash here. So if you use hash, you can write a line of code and can be anything. This code code will print 10 times. Yeah. So this is a code I added now. Now, if you have to add more, then you can use quotation like, sorry, what is quotation? This 3 quotation here. If you put the 3 quotation, and then you can write a longer script. Now, people coming from C, this is similar to this way of adding documentation, comments. But here there is no, you cannot use this way. Okay, so this is just a comment. So you need to know the comment. Now, when I do the comment, if I run this code, nothing will happen. Yeah, so I have a mistake here. Yeah, nothing will happen. If I add a comment here inside and say here, next line will print how are you. Yeah. Now, when I run the code, does anything going to change? Basically, nothing will change because this line is ignored because it starts by hash. It means it's a comment that you can use for anything. Now, Python use those special characters like /n. If I do /n, it will break this one into a new line. Yeah, \n will break it in a new line. Also, there is /t, which will make it like a tab. There is a space between, became a tab. So you need a fixed tab between each word. So it comes like this. See? So this thing T is giving you a tab and giving you a new line. And there's some others that you can use. Good, that's one thing. Now in Python, we have something called variables. So if I say x equal 5, now this is x a variable. In Python, I don't need to declare it. In other language, I have to say int x equal 5. Yeah, in Python, no, it's just like that. It will manage finding out what is the data type of this one. Now, this variable means it's a variable to keep changing value. I can use it here instead of 10. Now, if I run my code, it will run only 5 times because I put x equal 5. So it runs 5 times. I change it to 4, it will run 4. Yeah, and so on. Now, instead of having it like that, I can maybe make it an input. This is input, enter the length of the loop. Whatever I want to say, yeah. Now, if I do this, it will cause a problem, yeah. But this line basically will read the user input. It will not work. I show you why. We'll fix it. Now we do this. Now it asks me if I say 4, do it 4 times. Press, I get all these errors. Oh my God. What is saying here, if I read the last one, is saying this is a string. String object cannot be interpreted as integer. So I have to do some interpretation on that. So I need to change that x from text to number. And here's something called casting. So x, I can say x and x. So means what? Change that x from a text to a number, to integer. So if I run this code now, I'll say 4, it's working perfect. But why? Because this line asked me to enter the length. I entered the length, took it as a text, move it to the next line, and made x into integer. And now started the loop because the loop needs that integer to do. Yeah, it needs that integer to do. So now it's going to work. So every time I run my code, I can decide how many times I want it to run by giving the value. Yeah. Good. So now what did we learn? We learned number of things. We learned Python requires this proper indentation. Python does not use semicolon. In other programming, we'll have a semicolon at the end. Python doesn't use the curly brace to start. Okay. When we create a variable in Python, we don't need to say it is int, float, or double, or long, or short, or whatever it is. Okay. And then we can change data type from one data type to other data type. So from being a text to integer, from integer to float, from float to double. And let's do that now. Now, if I come here and say, this is nice, but let me print, not really, how are you, and those things, let me print something else. So I want to print I. Yeah, and say here 5. So I printed 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I want to print I, and I multiply 2. Yeah, and they go with 5. So it's printing 0 and multiplication. Yeah. Okay. I want to print I multiply 3.0 and say 4. What did you notice here now? Look at this. This is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the multiplication by 2. So 2, 4. This one started to get 0.0. Yeah. So this one is actually a different data type from this one. These are integers, a whole number, but these are float because it has a decimal point. Yeah. So if you multiply an integer with a float number, you get a float number. Yeah. So now we can continue looking at that. Okay, we're done now here. Let's look at another cell and do something else nice. Okay. So let's look at the text or string. Yeah. And we'll have a text here saying Abu Dhabi University is the largest private university in UAE. Okay, that's a text. Now we store that one in a variable called text. Now, if I say text 0, what it will give me? Give me the first letter of that text. Yeah. So it's to give me. If I say 1, it will give me the second one. Now, if I say colon 5, what it will give me? From beginning until for 5. Yeah. So you get me 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, which 5. Yeah. Because you count 0 there. Yeah. This is giving me that. If I want to say 5 was, is it 9? Yeah, Abu Dhabi is 9. So 0 to 9. Yeah. Now, if I want to say from 4 to 9, give me Dhabi. Yeah. So the text, we can break it or slice it into smaller sections. And we can use this one, This gives you the start and the end. So start, if you leave it empty, start from beginning. If you put the end like 9, then move until cell 9. Yeah. If you want to start from something different, from 3, then it goes from 3 in this case. Yeah. Now, if I say 0 to 9, yeah, it will give me 0 to 9. But let me have here 2. What did you notice? It's skipping 1. So taking A, leaving B as away, taking U, then leaving space, taking D, leaving H, and send. Because this one allow me to skip 2. And this we will use later in pandas, we will use later in NumPy, we will use later in cells, we will use everywhere. Yeah. Because this is the way you can do things. If I do things the opposite, say, okay, from -1 to -5. Yeah. Say, let's take -1 first. What do you think is -1 now? -1 is E. Yeah. -2 is the other way around. Yeah. A is your E. Okay. So I want to go 5 steps, then I can, 5 is not the best thing, to -20. Yeah. I'm getting the, okay, to the end. Okay. -2 minus, yeah, that's it. You can come from the other way around as well. Now, if I want to take a part of this text, okay, so text, and say dot find, yeah, I want to find, by the way, in Python, I say this many times for colleagues, if you put dot and then space, it will find you every command that you can use with that object. This, I called it variable. Yes, it is variable, but also it is object, an object. So with any object, if you put this and then tab, then you'll find all of it, yeah? So you'll find so many things like, see, there's so many commands, like lower, yeah? If we say text lower, yeah? Will this work? This will put everything lowercase. See, I have Abu Dhabi uppercase. This became all lowercase. Upper. Yeah. This become all uppercase letter. So these commands you easily can find out by just tab. See, it's too fast on my computer. If you do the same thing on the IBM, will take a little bit more time because you're running things on the cloud. There has a benefit, and there is a replace as well. So you can replace things. You can find, yeah, find. Here is find. So you can find the word as. What it will give us? It will give us the location of as. Yeah, as is in location 21, where it starts. Yeah. So the string, again, knowing how to slice the strings by using square bracket. Remember, this is not this bracket. This bracket will not work. It is a square bracket, and the square bracket here is very important. Yeah, it's very important to use. And it will help you with many things. Okay, that's good. Now with this one, we have done the things that we be supposed to be doing and more in the first one, but we'll go and do more than that. Just I want to remember things, I don't miss anything. Okay, we looked at types. Okay, let's look at the types now. Types. Okay, text. If I ask for the type, yeah, type of the variable or object text, it will tell me text is string. You know, we have X as well, yeah? Say type X is int. If I put now X equal, sorry, this is not the right one. Going this one, yeah? This is X now. And I come down and say type X. What you will get? See, it's float. Now X became float. X became float. Okay, let's do something again interesting. Yeah, remember we had Python has a libraries. Yeah, there's something called Turtle. Do you know about Turtle? Turtle, those who new to programming, they love it. Yeah, I'll show you Turtle, and then I'll come back to here. The best thing to do Turtle and Ripple. I'll get you to get a little bit excited about Ripple. Now, sorry, so many languages and things, but you don't need to do this one. But if you want to go into Ripple, Ripple is my best environment. Okay. Now I'm in Rebel now. I will click create a new and I will do Python, turtle Python. Okay, I'm creating something here that will make you happy. Now I'll send you the link. Or just watch me and then I'll do that. Now let's take an example. There's an example here that you can use, but I will delete everything in this example and say as T. Now here what I'm doing, I am importing, this is also Python. Yeah, I'm importing something called turtle. You know, turtle. سلحفاة. I'm calling it T. Now look at, if I say T, move forward by 100 and run this one from here, I'll get something going by 100. Okay, let me ask turtle to go left by 90 and then go forward by 100. I just want to show you the logic of this code see, it does that. Yeah, now let's sorry, I need to answer this one because this is our chancellor. I'll speak to him quickly and
Hi, Dr. Ahmad. I think you're muted.
okay, sorry, I'm back. Sorry, I just had a quick chat with our chancellor. Okay, let's continue now. Okay, so let's repeat this one 4 times. Okay, and if you expect it will come a square like this, yeah. Now, if I just do one more angle and make this angle 5 only, and then if I repeat this one as a loop, what do you think? What will happen if I repeat this like a loop? Now let me show you here. Let's say for I in range of 10, yeah, range, Hamad, range of 10, let's make it 100, yeah, and then do this. Now I need to move these lines to the right, yeah, and just one thing I'll do here to help us, makes T speed, yeah, 100, so make it a little bit faster, because the turtle, you know, the turtle is, look at what will happen now. The reason I'm showing you, Python has so many libraries, yeah? And one here we're looking at called Turtle. Turtle, this allows you to do some nice graphical things if you want. And if you want to use it, you need to use the word import. Then the name of that library is huge collections of code. Can be written in Python or maybe written in something else, in C or other thing, but they are available for us in Python to use. Now this turtle would not work on Juniper Notebook because it requires graphical thing. We can make it work, but we'll need to install a few more things, which I don't want to complicate it for you now. But I will share with you this one. If you want to play with it on your own, that will, you can create so many nice, beautiful things. Copy, and then I'll put it in the chat. You will have fun with it. So you can create amazing things, yeah? Now, it has few things, like, for example, we did this one, yeah? It's in the chat anyway. So this is drawing. If I change the angle by maybe 15, I need your permission. Yeah, take my permission, don't worry. Cancel, okay. Make it 15, the angle, the last angle. Then this shape will look a little bit different. I can see some of you are already coming and playing with it. Yeah, that's good. And some of you working here, it's good, yeah, so you can do. Now, the good thing, this can be done, don't play with my code, but anyway, you can play with it. No, I'm joking, I'm just joking. So we can collaborate and work together. This is good for you. If there's a group of you who want to work on thing, you can create and you collaborate and you work on it. You can divide it into different sections, each one work on his own sections and you study. But this is not good for data science later, because if I use it for data science, it will be very slow. Jupyter is the one that works for. Yeah. Okay, so that is shared with you and you can play with it. Okay, so I will continue. I feel that I made a mistake by sharing this one with you. You will continue working with this one maybe. Yeah. Oh, this angle is very, now if you do a big angle like this or number like this, then the code will start behaving stupidly. But use it and create your own things, yeah? And this is all of you here, I can see, I can just, good thing if you create any of this, you can copy it and add it to your website and people can see it and play with it as well. So you have this, you can embed it, this one. Okay, leave this one, let's go back to ours, yeah? Now back here, so we looked at the data type. So we have data type, we use the word type, you will get the data type. So this is coming like that. There are things in Python called list, yeah? So I'll say L1, this is L, yeah? List one, yeah? So it becomes maybe clearer. List one equal, if I come with something like this, yeah? Yeah, these are called list because they can be mix of anything. In fact, they call them collection. See, I put list equal and put bracket, and then I added all those numbers and text. And then if I run list one, I'll get this one. if I ask for the type of list one, it will tell me it's a list. Now, if I say list type, yeah, let's do this. List one, one. What this one will give me? Will give me this number, yeah? Now, what is the type of that? I say type, leaf, ripple, yeah, and turtle. Focus with me. Then you will have float in this case. Yeah, because it is float. Yeah, when we looked at this one, is a float. So type will give you the data type of the data that you are using. We'll tell you this is of type X, Y, Z. Now there's something called expression, okay? If you want to say, you want to calculate the VAT, yeah? You did purchase, yeah? You purchased 1,000, 30, 60, something with that price. Now, if you want to calculate VAT, assume we are in the UAE, the VAT in UAE, VAT equal 005, yeah? Now, what is the amount of VAT here? So VAT equal, I'll put V, for example, only V, equal purchase multiply VAT, and that will give me V. So if I print V, that's the amount of V, which around it's 5% of that amount. So you can use just normal calculation. You have multiply, this is multiply. You have plus, you have minus, you have divide, and let me show you some of those. So if we say 5 divided by 4 will give us 1.54, yeah? 5 divided by 4 will give us a syntax. This is not N. If you use other languages, this will give you a whole number. But here it doesn't work here. So 5 plus 4, simple. Now, what is 5 plus 4 divided by 2? Or let's say 2 plus 4 divided by 2. Is it 6? Is it 4? Is it 3? Yeah, this one is actually 4. Why? Because it calculated 4 divided by 2 first, then added it to the 2. So in Python and all other programming, multiplications, division take first place in the formula. So it looks for them and calculate them first. Then it goes to the plus and minus, depending on left to right. But if I wanted to calculate 2 plus 4 first, and then divide the remaining by 2, I just add here a bracket here and a bracket here, and then that's it. Yeah. So this way, I forced it to add the two together. Now we have also, we said multiply, we have seen multiply, but we know also to the power, yeah? This is 2 to the power 4, yeah? And which comes 16, yeah? To the power 2, 4, yeah? That's also what we have. So those all expressions you need to know, and you need to know the order. Multiplication and division are done first. If you have brackets, the brackets are done first. Yeah, because they are there. So I did so far this type expression variable. We looked at the string. We in fact completed all unit 1 with little bit of the for loop that we discussed. And then let's continue. So you can, if you go there, you will be able to answer those questions, the review questions there. Now let's look at those review questions. I hope this one without answer, yeah. Because I keep changing the account every time, don't want you to see the answers. Anyway, so this is, for example, if you look at this one, 3 plus 2 multiply 2. What do you think the answer? We said, look at multiplication, division, calculate them first, and then do the remaining. Here, if we have name is Liz, okay. If you expect name of Liz, what would be the output of print Liz? Yeah, this is similar to what we did before when we looked at Abu Dhabi University. So we now going from 0 to the location 2. So location 2, what it is. These are very simple questions. You can answer them now. We have done upper and lower. There is also some you can use as well, but leave that is not for this one. Some is for the list and for others. Here, upper and lower we did. Now this one, okay, this is good. I have to explain this one quickly. You noticed when we said 2 plus 2 gave us 4. But if we have 2 as a string plus 2 as a string, what it will do? It will give us this. It will not add the numbers. We'll put them beside each other because they are not numbers. Yeah, exactly. That's where they are. And that's it. But if I have good, for example, I multiply it by 3 times. I will get good. So repeat it 3 times. It's not a number, so it will repeat it 3 times. Similar to adding it once. Yeah. So multiplication and addition to the text will produce a text that multiplying the text by certain numbers or adding them. Now, if I say 3 good plus 3, what your expectation to be is good 3. Yeah. What do you think? Because these are 2 different things. It doesn't work. Either I change this one to str, yeah, or put it between quotations, become like that, or I need to just say 3 like this. Yeah. So that's done. Now let's look at the data structure. Back to data, yeah? So we said we have a list. Remember we said list 1, and list 1 gave us this. So the list can have numbers and can have a text. See, this one is a text. Now, what are the commands in list? List 1 colon tab. Then you will find all the methods in list. The methods in list are not that many, but they are important. So this is append. Append means add. Let's add ADU to this one and say list 1. You see, we added ADU to the end of that one. But let me say again the same one, append here, and let's add these numbers. 5, and list 1 became with number 5. Let's repeat the same thing and add now bracket 7, 8. So this is another list. 7, 8, 9, 2. I don't know what. Okay, so this is a list. Yeah, you can see because it has starting with a bracket, a square bracket, ending square bracket. And that's one of the characteristics of a list. So this is a list, and I'm using append. If I do, what will happen? List 1. Now see what happened here. I have this, when it came, I did it as a sublist. So a list can have a sublist. Yeah. So if I say, what is the length of list 1, how long it is? Telling me it is 7. Why? Because 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That are 7 elements because I started by 0. Element number 6 is so many numbers inside it, but it treated it as just 6, as a one element, because it's a list, a sublist. So if I say list, yeah, list 6, yeah, list 5, yeah, list 1. So what is this? List 1 6, yeah. See, when I said list 1 6, brought the whole list as one thing. Now, if I want to find this element here, I can say list 6 1. Yeah, why 1? Because this is 0, this is 1, and so on. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. See, the list can contain another list, and this list itself can contain another list. So if I say list 6, let's look at this one, if we can do this. I'm not sure if we can do it. Append, and we will add inside this one 2 3. It worked. So list 1, what is this? Delete this one. So many things we did, yeah. Okay, let's add a new cell here. Okay, so now we added a sublist to sublist. Let's see how this one will come. List 1. Look at this. This is complicated now, yeah? This is the main list, the big one. Inside that list, there is another list. Inside that list, there is another list. So how I can find the 3 here, this 3, how I can display it? We know this sublist is item number 6, yeah? So we said list, okay? Item, list 1, sorry, item number 6. And this will give us this one. Now, if I want to get into the details of that one, let me come here. Now, I need these 2 here. These 2 here are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah? So I put 4 here. Okay, now I'm getting into these 2. Now I want to get the 3. The 3 will be 1 because it's the second element. Now I managed to get to this one. So this one is allowing me to cascade and move inside a list that has a sublist, and then you can continue. In fact, the list can have not only a list, can have a dictionary inside it. It can have be many things inside it, yeah? So you can build things inside things anyway. So now we understand the list and how we can append to the list, okay? Let's come back and say extend. So let's say list 1. Now we will change list 1 to something now normal, yeah? We change it. This is list 1 now. List 1 became something different. Now we have also list 1 dot, and there's so many commands, one of it called extend, yeah? So I'll do extend and add to that one something like this. What do you think list 1 will be now? See, extend, when it add a sub list, when add the list to the original list, it break it down into components and add it as component. Append will add them as a sub list. And this difference between append and extend. Extend will add the sub list as components or items to the same list. Yeah, but append will add it as a sub as an item. Let's do another append here. List 1, append tab. Then let's do adding 6 and 8. Yeah. Now what will happen? Comma 6 and 8 will be added with bracket inside that one. So list 1 That's it. So now you managed to see that one, yeah? Okay. Are anyone still using Ripple? I'll see if anyone of you is still playing with that Ripple. But I'm sure you will enjoy Ripple. Yes, fun, graphics, beautiful, you enjoy programming. But later when you want to do really the hard things, it's not always the nice looking thing. It's the logic and things that you build to make things looks good. Anyway, I don't know where is it. Maybe this is the one. 2 months, 3 months. I don't know where I put it. I didn't save it with a certain name, but I added to you to the chat. Yeah, it's in the chat if you look at it. Okay, let me look at the questions. You didn't use today AHA slide. I'll come back to it now because we didn't use AHA slide. Let's do some AHA slide and then we can come back to this. Okay, how to join our AHA slides? Shabab, you know how to do. You need to scan this code. You will have some questions that you need to participate in. Did I delete the data or not? Let me look at this one. Did I delete the data? Yes, I did delete the data. Very good. This is a new one. Okay, so here is how you access it. Do this, and then we'll go back to some fun. I need to finish in around 20 minutes. Today is a different way of doing things, but I hope you're enjoying it. Sama, I make you speak or that? What time was that? Okay, so how many of you are there? Still not that many. Please join. While you join. I wasn't able to access the lab. I had. I explained this one to you, Sarah, but we'll do it through. You sent me a message through Teams. I saw that. How was your weekend? Was excellent. Which campus is this? This is Dubai. This one, the Al Ain campus. But I am today in Dubai campus. All our campuses are beautiful because we have great students and of course faculty and others. These are the people who make things great, not the building and other things. Building is absolutely nice. Okay, let's go and move. Now, quick summary. I can see some people. Oh, tell me about your background. This is the question that I should have done. In terms of programming, I have no, see, even if you have no programming, you will learn programming, you will love it in this course. You will love it because the tools are great and the language is good and we together as a good team to make things look great as well. Yeah, 3 advanced, very good. Now people who continuing from the previous session, now they should be closer to being at least intermediate level, not beginners anymore, because you know so many things. Programming is about practice. I'm keep telling my student is like when you start learning driving. At the beginning, you are worried about everything. You come to the roundabout, you come to the signal, traffic light, you think of, oh, I'll do this, I'll do that, I'll do that. You practice it becomes later normal thing. You don't be too much worried about it because you gain that skills. Like again, walking, when we are kids, walking is a very complicated thing. No programming or anything is compared to walking. It's very complicated. So think of how many things happen to make you walk. So many things, but now we walk with nothing. because you practice, you practice, you practice. So practice is the way to get there. You practice, you will love it more. At the beginning, everything sounds difficult, complicated, but the truth is not really complicated because you don't know it. You practice, you do. Now come to Python programming. How are you with the Python programming? Ah, so many. Okay, good, good. I know we have a mix of people here, people who did the first session and still staying with us, people new, and this is good. Now, the only thing I don't like that not that many people participate. You have so many there, and others are a little bit lazy to take the phone and enter the code. I know you will ask me, what is the code? Yeah, here is the code. And who's Patrick with me today? I'm sure Patrick did copy this code multiple times in the chat, which good. Yeah, that's fine. Now, again, to follow me, this is maybe too late, is always if you have two screens, will be the best, two computers or two screens. But if you have only one, you can divide the screen. Zoom allow you, if you double click on the video will little bit shrink, then you can resize it and move it to the right, and then have the other screen that you can work on it on the left. So you can put your code here and do that. Today, we did show you how to download Anaconda, which will speed up things for you to do. But if you access the labs in IBM, it will give you the instructions that you need. If you follow the video and follow what I'm doing, you will have it all as well. Okay, so this is not needed. Looking at me is not good. Okay, so this one we did so far is types. We spoke about expression and variable when we do some calculation and using variable. We looked at the string. String is text, but the text is treated like a list. Each letter has a position or index, and the position starts from 0. And then you continue. How many of you managed to log into IBM? I know some. Okay, very good. Because going to IBM is important because that's where you'll get the badge that you need. Yeah, you get a recognition and you can share it. There's so many people shared it on social media. I feel very pleased when they share it on LinkedIn. I'll show you people who shared it on LinkedIn, which looks very nice. Who are the people who shared it? Many. Here is also Abdullah, I think here. See, Zareen, you get something nice like this one from IBM, and people can click on it and can verify this is from IBM, and your skills will come there. You have Python skills now, you have programming, you have pandas. They should add NumPy because you also got some NumPy skills, and people can verify this one. So so you get it there, and you can use this one. Now you know the trick. You know where to go. You can do more of this if you want to do. And this is the idea, and we just want to open a gate for you, and then you just go through that and do more as you want. We will help you. We'll run the course and guide you. I think this is helping, but you should build the way to do it also yourself as well. So you can do things like this, yeah, which can be very viable. So don't miss doing that certificate. Okay, good. Now we have, there's no people having problem. This is how to log in. I think I did it in the other way this time, which all in that one, you will have access to this, you will see it. These are the labs, how to access the labs. Maybe I need to do a quick video on Anaconda. We'll do that one. Anaconda, and then this is how you can download Python, not the Anaconda, this is the normal one, but I will get one for the Anaconda. They have a nice videos there. If you look at it, you will find each one of the module. This is for the new people, yeah. They start that with a video. And here is the video. Little bit fast, but that's normal. I think that should be okay for you. I'll optimize for video clip, then I will stop that because the screen will look a little bit bad.
Let's try your first program in Python. A statement or expression is an instruction the computer will run or execute. Perhaps the simplest program you can write is a print statement. When you run the print statement, Python will simply display the value in the parentheses. The value in the parentheses is called the argument. If you are using a Jupyter notebook in this course, you will see a small rectangle with the statement. This is called a cell. If you select this cell with your mouse, then click the Run Cell button. The statement will execute. The result will be displayed beneath the cell. We will follow this paradigm in the videos. It's customary to comment your code. This tells other people what your code does.
Yeah, so you noticed the video is very nice. They explain it very good. So that also another place you can go to do some review if you want to do that. Okay.
You simply put a hash.
Let's stop this. What else do we have here today? These are some of the things that's special about Python. As I said before, it doesn't use the semicolon that other languages use. The curly braces is not used to organize the code, but it used somewhere else when we talk about dictionaries and JSON types. But there is colon has to be before the for loop, before the if statement, before the else, all those things. If you don't need to declare the primitive data types if you're using it. You can change variable data type from one data to other. So you can use X as number and then later use it as a text. Python will not say why you do that. Python uses many strong libraries, and this is the strength of Python is the libraries, okay? Look here at top Python libraries. And you will find many of them, yeah? This is maybe the top 15 people. Some people think this is the top 15. The other thing, like NumPy is numerical analysis is too fast and amazing. It does great things. You've seen last time those who came with us, we can even use it for analyzing images and playing with the image and changing their color and shape and size and changing numbers, images to numbers and using all functions that mathematical functions. It's great. There is the SciPy. SciPy is for scientific calculations, and it has lots of engineering types of calculation and science type of calculation, which people using MATLAB and others, SciPy can be looked at it that way. Pandas is for data science and data analytics, allow you to work with huge data from so many different sources and performing process of data science, starting from accessing data, cleaning data, and making meaningful of the data, creating models and things like that. Then IPython is a library for interactive tools. Matplotlib we use. This is for plotting different shapes of different things. There are many other like scikit-learn. This again, it's a mix of the two together, NumPy and SciPy. They use it together to create this library. And there's so many things, as you can see, that NLTK, Natural Language Toolkit, this will allow you to use natural language processing to make the computer understand human language by taking a text and defining the text using on semantics and all the things, and algorithm, the keywords and so many things, and create a meaning of that text. So computer can start understand human things like that. So this is a part of a library that can be used. This is looking at the different patterns there. Seabourn is a visualization library similar to Matplotlib, but it does really more than that. And see many of these things. This one is related to interactivity, creating interactivity, zooming and rotating and doing things like that. This is a base map, again, is a graphical one. Networking, if you are into networking and neural networking and others, you can use that one. So many libraries. These are just top people using, but you'll find people have different opinion at it because of the area they work in. People in health science, for example, they like libraries that work with health science, image processing, and maybe some other things, which are something I don't understand in health. So there are many of that one. People who are in finance, trading is another big thing. We're writing those algorithms that will do trading based on certain condition and certain requirement. Those people will think that library is better than the other library because that's the one made their requirement. With the time, you will start knowing those. If you build the interest and continue working on Python, you will find so many great things. I just need to stop today because, as I said, we have another session happening today for educators, which our colleagues in education is doing. And then we will continue next time. By now, you are ready to, if you are new, this is your first day, you are ready to finish module 1. If you try the questions in each one, you will be able to answer it. Then you can do the review questions. You should be able to do that. Just practice, get the lab and do the lab multiple times. Then you will be completely ready to do things. Okay, I hope was useful session today. And thank you for joining. Wish you all the best and see you next time. Just will get more time for the other team to join a little bit early, make sure they are set up and ready for their sessions. And if you have issues, send me a message to the community portal and then we'll try to help you, inshallah. Thank you, everyone. Bye.